Hello everyone and welcome to this week's video announcements. I want to start with making sure that you take a look at either your email or our Facebook page for a note that I just sent out this morning about updates to our COVID policy. We are going to start letting small numbers into the building for worship and for programs. Obviously, we're still going to take a ton of precautions to try to keep each other safe, including masks and asking folks if they are eligible to be fully vaccinated to come to things in the building. But we're excited to have to open up our space a little bit more and to welcome some more folks back into the building. And so I will put a link to that note in the comments, and also a link to a survey, which I would love for you to fill out. Our plan is to start letting folks, again, small numbers of folks into the sanctuary on December 12th, which means Christmas Eve. We'll also have some in-person options. And we just want to get a sense of what people's plans are. I know folks are all over the map and how they're feeling about risk and comfort. And I know we also have folks under 5 who still can't be vaccinated. So this survey just asks you to give us a sense of whether you are interested in coming in person, whether you're going to continue to join us on Zoom, whether you might do some of both. And also what the best methods for registering for services might be. So it's a super short survey, takes 5 minutes. It's super helpful if you fill it out. So I will put the link for that in the comments as well. So I mentioned holiday services. We have a bunch of those coming up. A solstice services, we have 2 solstice services. One is going to be kind of a late afternoon outdoor service in person on December 18th at 4 p.m. There'll be more details coming about that. The next morning, we're going to have our children, our solstice service that has become a tradition in the last few years, led by our children and youth and Sadie. That's on the 19th in the morning. And of course, Christmas Eve, we are planning to have up to 4 services depending on the interest, because we want to make sure that if you want to come in person to Christmas Eve, that we have a spot for you. But we also aren't going to have more than 45 people in the building at a time. So one service will be 4 o'clock outdoors. We'll get to sing throughout that service. It might be a little chilly, but we'll keep each other warm with our joy. And we'll light candles at the end of all the services, including that one. So 4 o'clock outside, we'll do a 5:30 service in the sanctuary, which we will be able to sing at the end of that service. So we'll be able to sing Dona Nobis Pacem and Silent Night and light candles together. That 5:30 service will be both in the sanctuary and on Zoom. We'll do a 7:15 service both in the sanctuary and on Zoom. And then we'll do a 9 p.m. service if there's enough demand in the sanctuary. So that one won't be on Zoom. So I hope that you're planning to be with us in some way, whether it's virtual or in person, indoors or outdoors, whatever feels right to you. I would love to have you with us on Christmas Eve. And that's part of the survey, is to get a sense of what services folks are hoping to attend. And watch your mail. We've got a postcard coming out that details all of our holiday services, and so watch your mail for that. This week, we also have things happening this week. The virtual Christmas choir is doing 2 online rehearsals and recording sessions this Wednesday and next Wednesday at 7:30 p.m. There's music that you can pick up outside the church. Jerry Davidson has sent out info about that to folks on the choir list. But if you're not on the choir list and want that info, you can reach out to Jerry. I'm sure she'd be happy to hear from you and hook you up with all the details. So that is this Wednesday. This Saturday is the December Faith Formation Family Hour and Meals on Wheels bag packing event. So hopefully you've seen that Sadie has put out a sign up. We are trying to collect enough supplies to put together 100 bags for folks who are part of the Meals on Wheels program. They do holiday gift bags every year. They are creating 1,200 of them. We are just contributing 100 to that, 1,200. So if you are able to donate a few items, I will put the link in the comments to where you can sign up to donate. You can drop it off at church this week. You can have it shipped to church if that's easier for you. Or you can drop it off this Saturday between 1 and 2, which is when the sorting will happen. And that's going to be when our kids are picking up their kits as well. So children and youth can come with their families and do some sorting. I think you can come even if you're not a child or youth, and do some sorting of those bags, participate in that Love in Action project, and then our kids will get their at-home church kits for December then as well. This Sunday is our first Sunday on the theme of opening to joy. So we will be thinking about what is joy, and trying to bring some joy into our hearts this month, even when it's hard. And our kids will have workshops this Sunday during the service. So if you've got elementary age kids or younger, there'll be workshops for them. And also after the service, Caro is leading an open conversation for folks who are interested in joining them to talk about renewing our welcoming congregation status. That is something that we have not done. We have been a welcoming congregation for something like 25 years. And a lot has changed in that time. So it's time for us to kind of get on board with the renewal of welcoming practices that our UUA recommends. And Caro is working on getting folks together to do that. So if you're interested in learning more about that, have thoughts about it, you can join Caro after the service on Sunday. That's just going to be in our main Zoom room. And the last thing I want to talk about, I just have to make sure I've got everything on my list. The last thing I want to talk about is a conference, and a virtual conference that is coming up on December 11th and 12th. It's done by our Unitarian Universalist Association. It'll be talking about theology of interdependence. It looks like a really rich experience. I think we've got 6 of us from UU Nashua who are planning to be there. If you want to be a part of it, I'll put the link in the comments with all the details. And let me know if you're planning to go so we can have all the folks who are going to be there from UU Nashua connect afterwards and have some conversation about it. So it's a sliding scale of $25 to $60. We do have some funds, so if you would like support in paying for that, just let me know and I can either reimburse you or we can pay for it directly, whatever works best. But I would love for you to join me and others at that virtual conference. And that's what I have for today. Make sure you check your email or check our Facebook page to read about our new COVID policy and take that survey. Please take 5 minutes to take that survey. And I hope I will see you online or in person soon.